We're going to start out today with a single leg deadlift. So that is going to be perched on one leg. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be perched on one leg and we're going to be taking the other leg behind us, and you're always keeping your core tight as you do this, and you are trying to get that torso parallel to the ground. Now I'm going to tell you a couple different ways to do this. One is right, one is wrong, but I'll tell you both ways so you can feel the right way. If you look at me, I've taken my right foot behind me here. What I want you to do is play around with where those toes and your right foot are pointed. So try pointing them out, like away from you to your right-hand side. And then try doing a couple with your toes pointed in towards your left side. So your toes of your right foot pointed towards your left foot. The correct way to do this is with your toes pointed in towards your left foot. You can feel when you do it that way, like your hamstring of your leg you're standing on gets engaged a lot more. So that's what we're going for there. So try to keep those toes of the foot that goes behind you pointed in towards your other foot. Okay, this morning, my question for you is, if you had a robot living in your house and you could automate them to do any activity you wanted, what would it be? I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going with laundry. I'm never doing laundry again. I'm going to have that robot doing that every day. What about you, Becky? What would you have that robot doing? Brilliant. Yes, love that. All right, switch legs. So now you're standing on your right leg and you're taking that left leg behind you, dropping the chest to the floor, and those toes on your left foot are twisted in, pointed towards your right side. Catherine, what would your robot do? You can share the robot. You just go from your house to mine. What about you, Liz? What would your robot be doing for you? There you go. The perfect robot. What about you, Eve? If you had a robot, what would you have it be doing for you? All right, so we're gonna switch it up, switch directions here. We've got those backs of the legs warmed up. Now we're gonna go for a twisting motion with a reverse lunge. So what that looks like is you're gonna step your left foot back and then twist all the way to your right and then all the way to your left and then stand up. So we'll stay on the same side, left foot back, twist to your right, twist to your left, and stand up. And those arms are straight the whole time, and you're only twisting with your core. So the arms really aren't moving of themselves, but you're twisting, and the core is what gets those arms from right to left. Good. Okay, Jill, what would you have your robot do? It's like a mind reading task robot. I love that. Love these creative answers. All right. Take your other leg behind you now. So you're going to take your right leg behind you, twist to your left, and then twist to your right, and then stand back up again. Twist to your left, twist to your right, stand back up. Good. Christy, what would your robot be doing for you? Be so nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's pay attention to what we're doing here again. Like I said, it's not really your arms themselves that are moving back and forth, but it's like you're a robot. And if you've seen anybody kind of mime out a robot, right? They never really do, the arms kind of just stay straight out, and it's like their core that does a twisting motion or torso that does the twisting. So that's what we're doing here in this warm-up exercise, but it's also going to translate into what we end up doing a lot during the workout. So really focus on keeping those arms stiff and just kind of twisting through the core. Okay, let's see, we've got Candace, if you want to unmute yourself and tell us what your robot will be doing for you in your house. Yes, definitely like a dishes theme here and a cleaning theme. I hear you. Okay, so we've got one more thing to do warm up wise before we get started. We're just going to get our heart rate up a little bit more and get warmed up before we get started. We're going to do a shuffle to the right for 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a shuffle to the left, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 scissor jacks. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Or if you want to step like this instead of jumping, that's fine. But either way, we're going to start now. 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3 to the left, and then 1, 2, 3, and those scissor jacks. And we're just going to repeat this for about a minute, and then we'll get started. All right. So we're going to do lots of wood chopping today, which may be a new exercise for some of you. Others may know about it, but it involves a lot of twisting in the core, which is why we just warmed that area up, right? And the robot motion kind of helps visualize what your body should be doing with that wood chop exercise. A few more seconds here. Should be feeling pretty warm. Okay. All right. I'm going to have everybody just kind of walk through this wood chop exercise with me here. So I'm going to have you grab your 10-pound weight or less. And if you've done this before and you know you can handle, 20 pounds, go for it. But start kind of lighter until you feel like you've got the hang of this. So what you're going to be doing is taking one foot back and taking the weight up from the side and down across the legs. So get next to your chair though. So what I would like you to do is take your right foot forward, left foot back, and that chair is on your right side, right? So you're kind of lunging forward that right leg, and then take up across your body, left side of your body, up tall, and then you're going to twist down and tap that weight on the chair. This is where the robot motion comes in. So as you are doing this now, feel that twisting happening in your core. So in other words, you're not just like swinging up and down with your arms to get that weight going diagonally across your body, but you're really twisting that core as if you were a robot with straight arms that really couldn't move. And it was up to the twisting motion in your core to get that weight diagonally across your body. Okay, so I'm watching, looks like you guys have kind of got the hang of that, but we're going to repeat. It's called a reverse lunge woodchop push-up, because what we're going to do is take the weight 1 and then 2, and you're going to go right to the chair and do 2 push-ups, 1 and then 2, and you're just going to repeat that, 2 wood chops, 2 push-ups. And for your push-ups, if it feels better to go to the wall for the push-ups, that's fine. And if it feels better to just push the weight over your head, instead of a push-up, that's fine too. We all have our variations that work for us. So I'm gonna get our timer started. We're gonna be doing 90 seconds of that wood chopping. And in between sides of wood chopping, we're gonna be doing tricep extensions like this. So grab a light band where we can have it handy for tricep extensions. All right, so grab your weight, head to the chair. You're gonna put your right leg forward, left leg back, sink down to a bit of a lunge, and then you're taking that weight up from across your body, down to the chair and tap, and then twist up again to take that weight up to the left side, upper left side, and then down to the right side. 2 of those, and then 2 push-ups. Okay, so your push-ups can be both feet back, or as you probably saw me doing it, 1 foot forward, and whatever allows you to get a full range of motion. So in other words, I want you to be able to touch your chest on the edge of the chair and then push back up. All right, so we are halfway through here. The next time we get to these, we'll be doing it with our left leg in front. But let's always focus on keeping that core tight as we bring that weight up and across our body, right? This is directly related to anything you're reaching that's like maybe up too high and a little bit heavy and you're trying to bring it down. You want to always keep that core tight, keep the strength of rotation coming through your core, and that's going to keep you safe. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're going to transition into that tricep exercise. So you're going to take your band in your right hand and you put it against your chest, and then we're going to be pressing up like this in 3, 2, and triceps. So we have some longer intervals today. That was 90 seconds that we just did on the chair wood chops. This is 2 minutes, so halfway through, we're going to switch to work the other tricep. Just a couple notes for pointers on form here. Try to keep your elbow pointing straight in front of you, not flaring out to the side, but the more you keep it pointed to the front, the more you will target that tricep muscle. All right. Got about 15 seconds to go. These definitely start to burn, right? After 30 or 40 seconds, you're really feeling that heat up. If you aren't, maybe choose a different band next time around. 3, 2, and switch sides. Again, today's focus a little more strength. So if you're choosing heavy bands or heavy weights here and you don't make it all the way through the interval, that's completely fine. Just means you've chosen a really good challenge for yourself as far as resistance goes. And you do you work as long as you can through that interval. Halfway through this side. Right. So after this, we're headed back to the chair for that chair wood chopping, but the chair will be on our other side, so we can get the other side in. Final few seconds, keep moving here. Heading back to the chair in 3, 2, and now the chair is going to be on your left side. And you'll take your right leg back into that lunge position. And you're bringing that weight from up high on the right to up low on the left. And we're going. 1 and 2, and then 2 push-ups. Really maintain that core tension throughout the whole twisting motion. Good. And also when you're taking the weight up, Make sure to not really take it too far behind your back, because then you get too much of a twist in your back. So make sure when you take that weight up, it's not behind your head. So that will help you keep your back safe as you're doing that twisting motion there. All right, we have 30 seconds left. Lumberjanes, that's what you are this morning. Do you feel it? Do you feel like you're in the woods with the trees? Ooh, okay, just a few more here. Up high on the right, low on the left. Really feeling that twisting happening through your core as you keep that core tension. 3, 2, and back to triceps. Okay, so we're gonna start with the left arm. So you're trapping that band against your chest with the right. And we'll be pushing up with the left hand in 3, 2, and go. Right. Everyone looks great here. Everyone's keeping their elbows in. Try to keep your elbows high too. And what I mean by that is don't let your arms sink down like this, but rather try to keep that elbow pointed as much towards the ceiling as you can. And again, these are all things that really help to just localize the muscle work to happening right in those triceps. Okay, we've got 15 seconds left before we switch sides here. Keep it up. Here we go. 3, 2, and switch sides. Whew. So now we're going to trap the band with the left hand against the chest and take your right hand up. So after this, that will be completion of block 1. And then we change the exercises that happen in between the wood chops. The wood chops will remain through the rest of the blocks. You're going to get pretty good at those by the end. Although you already are from what I see. But we're going to be changing the work, the exercises that happen in between the wood chops. Woo, 25 seconds to go. You've got this. Keep those elbows up. Right. Just about 10 seconds to go, and then we'll head to our next block. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So the exercise, we're sticking with arms. We're kind of working from the arms down today in the block. So we're going to be doing an Arnold press with our band for the exercise and the next block. So that is going to be kind of the same position, trapping that band against your chest. You're going to have it starting in your thumb. So you can grip it like this. And then you'll start with your palm facing your face. And then as you press up, you'll rotate with your palm facing away from you. So that is going to be your Arnold press. And we're going to head back to the chair to get started on those wood chops again. So grab a drink. We're starting here in just a couple seconds. Grab your weight for your wood chops, and we're starting here in 3, 2, and head for your wood chops. Let's start with on the right side. Sorry, I didn't say that. So scramble to get that chair on your right side. Right legs forward, left legs back. And you're bringing that weight up from your high left to your low on the right side. So envision as much as you can, you're that dishwashing, house cleaning, laundry doing robot. And your arms really aren't doing much work here. They're just happen to be attached to a twisting core. And that is how you're getting that wood chopping motion from the left to the right. Incidentally, if you actually do find yourselves in the woods chopping wood, this is good form for that as well, right? You really, the more you get your core in it, the more power you're going to bring to that swing. And you'll have that tree down in no time. 20 seconds to go here. Last few seconds. Keep moving. 3, 2, 1. Okay, time for the Arnold press. So grab the band with your right hand, put it against your chest, and then that left thumb goes like this. Grab around the band with your fingers, and you're pressing up in 3, 2, 1. Pressing up and then rotating that hand away from you as you press up. So this just works the shoulder in a little different way. That rotation of your hand and arm puts your shoulder blade into what's called a retracted position. And that just involves different muscles than if you were just to press straight up without that rotation. So we get the benefit of working some extra shoulder muscles there. Okay, 20 more seconds and then we will take it to the other side. As much as you can, try to press kind of above your head. So try to not do like straight out in front of you, but the more you can get kind of above your head, the better. If you want to think about kind of going in line with your ear straight up and switch sides. So now you're going to be same thing, but now your right arm is the one pressing up. So up you go. Okay. Also, try to squeeze your shoulder blades together here. All right, you've got a little walnut hanging out between your shoulder blades for some reason, and it must be squeezed by your shoulder blades. That just helps you get in good position to use some of those upper back muscles to assist you to get your arm up. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and we're heading to the woodchop station again. So this time, what that chair is going to be on your left-hand side. Your left leg is going to be forward. Your right leg will be back. And you're taking that weight from high right side to the low left side and tap on the chair. And tap on the chair. And then 2 push-ups. All right. Excellent. There's so much chopping happening. I wish you had my view. It's pretty fun to watch. Okay, almost halfway through here. Take the upper right to the lower left. Good. Also can help to get that twisting motion. If as you're coming down across your body with that weight, if you kind of pivot on your back foot, let that back foot twist a little bit. That's just going to give you a little bit more rotation range of motion there. 20 seconds left. Whew. You got this. Keep moving. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last time for the Arnold press. We're going to do it on each side again. So go ahead and grab your band. We're going to start holding the band against our chest with our right hand so we can press up with our left. And we're going in 3, 2, and 1. So when we're working with bands, it's not, it's not a specific dumbbell weight. It's not like you can just pick a different one and say, okay, I'm going up 5 pounds. So a couple of things you can do if you need to increase just a little bit is you can, this hand that's trapping it against your chest, you can just wrap it around to get it a little bit tighter. So you can kind of just wrap it around once, and that creates a little extra tension. Other thing you can do is grab another band and add it to what you're holding on to. So these are all ways to adjust. It's the equivalent of going to the weight rack in the gym and picking a different set of dumbbells, right? Just adjusting how the bands are working for us. 3, 2, and switch sides. So now you're taking your right hand up. Left hand is trapped against your chest. And we're going. Right. Remember to keep that fist going straight up to the ceiling. So keep it kind of in line with the side of your head there. All right. We will be mostly done with arms after this, except for the wood chops. Obviously, that's a little bit of arm work, but no band arm exercises after this. We're going to switch to legs and core for the in-between exercises, in between the wood chops. You're doing great. Keep it up. 10 seconds to go. And 3, 2, and 1. Wood chop station again. Okay. Actually, not wood chop station again. My little timer's keeping me up to track. So we're going to actually go to block 3 now. So we will be starting with wood chops, but let me tell you what's happening in between. So remember how we started off with those single leg deadlifts? We did the toe twisting in, the toe twisting out. So again, what I want you to do with these are what we're doing in between the wood chops, is keep that toe pointed in. Can you see how my toe is kind of twisted in like that? That keeps your hip at a good level, because what happens a lot when people are doing these single leg deadlifts is this hip, the leg that's back, opens up. But if you twist that toe in towards the other foot, that really keeps your hip down. So we're going to be doing those in between our wood chops. Now, if you've done these before and you want to add a little weight, that's fine. So I would suggest holding weight on the side that you're standing on, like this. And if you have not done these before, I would suggest maybe just doing them. They're challenging enough without any weight. So let's get started with our wood chops. Boy, I was excited to get back to those. Could you tell? Almost started them too soon. But let's start with the chair on our right side. And we're going to have our right leg forward and our left leg back. And we're starting here. And 3, 2, whew, cutting it down. 2 chops and 2 push-ups. All right, here we go. 2 chops. Remember to feel as much of that twist in your core as you can, and minimizing how much arm muscles you're using. You are the robot. Be the robot. Okay, we're over halfway through this interval before we start up with those single leg deadlifts. "20 seconds to go here. Remember, when you're taking that weight up, it doesn't travel behind your body. And try to keep it at the level of or in front of your body. When it's up high, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a single leg deadlift. So you're gonna take, let's stand on our left legs and take the right leg back. So we're starting here in 3, 2, and remember to keep those right toes pointed in towards your left and stand up. This is a slow and controlled motion here. So we're not in any sort of race. We're just slowly lowering and coming all the way up to standing and then lowering your chest towards the floor. Here again, I'm gonna say it, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Why? That's gonna help you keep a flat back in this position. It'll keep you from rounding your back. And I want you to feel tension in your core throughout the whole movement. Okay, good. Oh, you have all listened carefully. Your form is excellent. Keep it up. Look at you. 3, 2, and switch sides. Now we're standing on the right leg. And you're going to take that left leg behind you, twisting the toes in towards your right side. Standing all the way up tall, and then bringing that torso down as much close to parallel on the floor as you can. What's that left foot doing? Twisting those toes in towards the right side. Like I said in the warm-up, you can feel what happens if you twist your toes the other way, right? You don't feel it as much in that hamstring on the right side because your hips are getting off kilter. But you're all doing great. Keep it up. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and woodchop time. So now that chair goes to your left-hand side. Your left foot is forward and your right foot is back. And you'll take the weight up across your body to the right side, up high, and then down across your left, and go. There we go. Doing great. Everyone's looking strong. Keep it up. Okay, we're at the halfway mark here. Keep moving. After this, we've got one more time on those single leg deadlifts before we get new exercises, new block. All right, less than 20 seconds. Keep moving. So if your arms start to get tired with these wood chops, choose a little bit lighter weight because it really should be more of a challenge in your core than your arms. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna do single leg deadlifts. Start by standing on that left leg and taking your right leg behind you. And 3, 2, and go. And that right leg has that right foot twisted in towards your left foot as you take that leg behind you. Keeping your core tight, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Everyone's doing so great with this one. Really proud of you. Keep it up. 20 more seconds before we switch sides. right. Almost there. And switching sides in 3, 2, and stand on that right foot. Take that left foot behind you. Twisting the toes of the left foot in towards your right foot. Right. Okay, 30 seconds to go. And then we're going to get some new exercises to combine with the wood chops. So kind of like we talked about in the last session, like getting that core strength really helps when you're lifting heavy things. This is good for also when you're lifting heavy things, these wood chops, but also when you have to combine that with a twisting motion, or even when you're just doing twisting motions in everyday life and don't necessarily have something heavy. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Last block here. So now we're going to take a little attention to the core. We're going to be doing planks and superwomans. So we're going to be, those are not strange exercises to anybody here, but just to review, the plank can happen on your forearms on the chair, on your knees on the mat, or on your toes on the mat. And the superwoman, you know it because you are a superwoman. This is what happens, right? Arms off the mat, feet off the mat if that's comfortable for you as well. And we're going to be holding, alternating between planks and superwomans, 30 seconds each for in between our wood chops this time around. So one last time for the wood chops. So everybody grab their weights and head to the chair. This time your chair is going to start out on your right-hand side. Lumberjanes, you don't even look tired. You got this. All right, you're doing great. Put that right leg forward, left leg back, and we are chopping. This is the last time to chop across the body this direction. And then we'll have one more time the other side. But yes, as I was saying, really important to be able to keep a strong core under twisting conditions, which happens in everyday life, right? Whether you're in your house or in the yard, you always end up having to move something as you're twisting, and learning how to feel core tension and keep the movement in your core. It's going to save your back and keep you strong and healthy. Let's translate to that. Okay, 30 seconds to go. And if we have any golfers here, this is something that I would put on a regular training schedule for a golfer, right? That's twisting motion. Really parallels well with the swing of a golf club. 3, 2, and 1. All right, head to the mat. We're gonna start out with a plank. And you're on your chair or your mat for your plank, which is starting here in 3, 2, and 1. We're planking, keeping that core tension again. This time, just drawing that belly button into the spine. Really feeling tight there. Okay. 10 more seconds, and then we're going to switch it up to superwoman. 3, 2, and down to the mat. Arms are up, feet are up if that's comfortable. Just a note here, tuck your chin into your chest as you're doing this. That keeps your neck nice, straight, neutral position. Make sure that those mid to lower back muscles are the ones that are really working here. A few more seconds, and then we'll take it back to a plank. 3, 2, and now you're in your plank position. So the Superwoman is good, even for those back muscles to keep them strong. And also, who doesn't want to feel like Superwoman this morning, right? On a Monday morning. But can't be a Superwoman with a weak back. So we're fixing that today, keeping those muscles strong. 3, 2, and Superwoman. Arms out ahead of you, chin tucked, feet lifted if it's comfortable. And you're just pulling as much of your chest off of the mat as you can, maintaining that position. You should really feel your mid to lower back engaging along the spine here. Here you go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, last time for the wood chop. So fix that chair to be on your left side. Have your left foot forward, right foot behind you. And we're starting in 3, 2, and chop it up. So yes, as far as I was saying, golf, shot putters, any kind of activity where you're twisting your body, this kind of exercise is really helps to build strength and generate power with those movements. But you don't have to be a sports specific athlete to benefit from what we're doing here today. We're building strength for every day so that you're not caught off guard when you go to lift the cat food off the shelf and it's a heavy bag and you're bringing it down to the floor, right? You stay safe and strong. And that's what it's all about. 20 seconds to go. All right, got this. Just a few seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last time on the mat. My superheroes here, we're starting with our planks on the chair or the mat. And we're going in 3, 2, and 1. Plank it up. All right, really trying to draw that belly button into the spine. Last few seconds before we switch to Superwoman. 3, 2, and switch. Here we go. Final 10 seconds. And switching back to plank in 3, 2, and last plank. Here we go. Only 10 seconds before we switch to our last Superwoman of the day. 3, 2, and switch. So after this, we're going to head right into just a little primer for our fitness assessment on Friday. Whew, keep holding 10 more seconds. I got a couple exercises from the fitness assessment that we're just going to touch on to finish off with. Get you a little extra leg work. 3, 2, and pause. Okay. So without stopping, head to the wall. We're going to do some marching wall sits only once, right? We're going to go for about 90 seconds, like 75, I think, will be good. And we're starting here, marching, sitting with your head and shoulders against the wall, trying to get as much to parallel as you can with those thighs to the ground. Keep your marching, good. So we'll be doing this and some push-ups, some shoulder abduction with the band. And we'll be doing some chair goblet squats for our fitness assessment portion of the workout on Friday. It's just reminding your body here what we're up to. So after this, we're going to head right into those chair goblet squats, where you're going to be holding a weight at your chest, lowering your hips to the chair so they barely touch the edge of the chair, and then standing right back up again. So if you remember, that's one of the exercises along with this that we were keeping track of and counting the first workout of the month. 30 seconds to go. Keep it up. Really keeping that weight in the heel of your foot as you drop each foot to the ground. And 3, 2, 1, grab whatever weight you have. What you're going to be doing is holding it at your chest. If you have a bag, you'll hold the bag at your chest. And we're going to be lowering ourselves to the chair and tapping it just like this and standing up. So everybody got their weight? Whatever weight you had before is fine. We're going to start with this in 3, 2, and 1. This is the last exercise of the day today. So you want to just tap the chair and stand all the way up. If you remember how we were doing this in the fitness assessment, these are as fast as you can. So you're not lingering and having a seat and watching the scenery. You're popping back up as soon as you feel that chair make contact with your body, because you're trying to get in as many reps as you can. All right. Keep it up. I've got about 30 seconds to go. All right, keep it up. Only about 10 seconds left. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, let's stretch for a minute, right? Let's get those hamstrings that we did with the single leg deadlift. So you're going to be standing here. Cross your left leg over top of your right leg. And I'm just going to have you place your hands on that left thigh and lean over. Keep your back flat. Lean over until you feel a stretch in that right hamstring. Now, in order to have a good stretch there, you do want that right leg kind of locked out straight. But bending over like this will give you a nice hamstring stretch. This is also a good one to do if you've been sitting a lot all day. These muscles get tight from being in a seated position. So yes, as I was alluding to, Friday is the last workout of the month, which means we have our fitness assessment that will repeat from the first session of the month. Now we'll switch sides. So cross your right leg over your left leg. Keep that left leg straight and locked out as you bend down to feel that stretch in your left leg. I have created a workout called Put Out the Fire, and also a workout called Birds and Bugs. So you'll have to come Friday to see what those are all about, but those will be new, never before seen workouts in addition to the fitness assessment that we're doing on Friday. So I'm excited to share those things with you. It's going to be a day of cardio for the most part. Start your weekend feeling pumped up. All right, so now we're gonna get a pec stretch. We did a lot of push-ups today, also preparation for Friday. So let's get the right hand on the wall. Place it on the wall about shoulder height and twist your whole core away from the wall, the whole torso, until you feel a good stretch in that right pectoral muscle. Sometime this week, I'm going to get to sign up live for June Fitcamp as it starts next week. So you'll be seeing that in email and social media, buzzing about soon. June 3rd is the first day of Fitcamp for June. Switch sides, left hand on the wall, twisting your torso away from the wall. There you go. Mondays and Thursdays will be our Fitcamp for June. I nailed it down, 7 a.m. Mondays and Thursdays. It's going to happen. So we'll be starting, like I said, Thursday, June 3rd for the first one. One more stretch here. This one, I'm going to help you get your upper back. So you're going to actually kneel in front of your chair, elbows on the chair, and just kind of sink your butt back towards your heels and let your head drop in between your biceps. So this stretches your upper neck or your upper back and your neck, even into your shoulders. So your elbows are on the edge of the chair there. It's almost like you're going into like a modified child's pose, kind of pushing your butt back towards your heels. Taking a few deep breaths, letting that head relax through the arms. All right, that's it. We did it again. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you on Friday.